Welcome to the Digital and Cloud Summit. I'm Rick Cutter here today talking to Ed Solar from VertexOne. Hi, Ed.
Hi, Rick. How are you doing?
And I'm doing great. It's good to see you. Appreciate you guys being involved in our event this year. Thought we'd just have a little chat about kind of what you do at VertexOne and some of the recent things that your company's doing to help utilities move forward and be innovative. Tell us a little bit
Absolutely.
about your role at VertexOne, Ed.
Well, my role, I am VertexOne's Chief Sales Officer. I've been here about a year and a half, and I live and work virtually in Atlanta, Georgia.
So let's move on to a little bit of business here. Tell me a little bit about VertexOne and what kind of got you excited to go work with these guys.
Like I said, I've been here about a year and a half, and came about in a different way through somebody I knew very well, who you know, Bobby Batson, our Chief
Oh
Operating
yeah, he's a great
Officer,
guy.
and he's part of the Atlanta crew here. But in doing my research and then coming aboard, there are many things that really excited me and got me motivated to come and be a part of this. But I would say the first and primary thing about VertexOne that I really enjoyed getting to know is our commitment to our customers. It's really always on the top of our mind, not just from Andrew Jornard, our CEO, but everybody who's involved in the company. And when I talk about everybody who's involved with the company, I'm just not talking about sales, marketing, and services. We're talking about HR, finance. Everybody is committed to having our customers be as successful and as happy as they can. So that's exciting. The tone of the company is also very refreshing and invigorating. And that's the tone that Andrew sets. That is always set the bar high, do the right thing, and focus on delivery to our customers. And which is really kind of refreshing in this day and age. And then probably last but not least is really fostering that culture within the company, and by fostering that culture in our company, our commitment to our employees, right? So we're a virtual company. We've rolled out a concept called Virtual by VertexOne, which really addresses all of the needs an employee may have. And we all have executive sponsors behind them, and we monitor them, and we're really trying to foster great communication, great, honest, transparent communication, between all levels. We're a pretty flat organization, by the way, so there's very few degrees of separation between any of us, and really it's and then wrapping that employee involvement up. It really, when we work with customers, it is really a team approach, and how we approach working with our customers and our partners, and entities out there that are developing business in this space. We really look at the total team approach to working with everybody that's in our ecosystem. So those are the things really that excite me most about VertexOne.
Well, it sounds like a really great recipe for success and happy customers. So my hat's off to you and the whole team. Let's move on to, we've had a kind of a crazy year, obviously. I'm not going to dig into that. We all kind of know where we've been. Let's look at where we're going. But we're at a digital and cloud summit. So kind of where do you see things going for, customer service advancements and maybe cloud adoption? It certainly seems like cloud adoption is dramatically improving. I think possibly partially at least accelerated by the COVID and work from home. But what are you seeing? What's your vision?
Well, no doubt. We've seen more activity over the last year and a half than I believe we've seen in the last 10, with utilities taking their first, second, third step towards looking to moving away from an on-premise solution to a SaaS solution, or in our case, an enhanced SaaS solution. And Rick, having been in the industry for about 25 years, what I've noticed over those 25 years is the half-life of technology has compressed greatly, right? So what technology that might have had a shelf life of 10 or 15 years ago now has a shelf life of 8 to 10. or 5 to 10. So the utilities that we work with tending to look and find a whole lot of value in continually updating what they're doing. And that doesn't necessarily mean changing out solutions per se, but wanting to have the latest and greatest release, or wanting to incorporate technology that's going to enable them to adopt other technologies. For instance, having a current CIS in our case, which will enable them to implement advanced meter infrastructure or digital customer engagement, or any of those surrounding customer service solutions that are really going to help them get closer to their customer. And in the digital age that we're going through, getting closer to their customer through other means other than the CSR is really important. Engaging customers through their web browser or their phone is really, really like at the top of their mind. So those are some of the changes we're seeing, and we're seeing utilities becoming more aggressive in their approach. So the other thing is one size doesn't fit all, meaning like if you're looking to deploy customer engagement in one utility, another utility has different ideas for it. So the ability to be flexible and nimble is really important for a company like VertexOne.
What are some of the benefits that utilities get from VertexOne, and what differentiates you guys from your competition?
Well, I would say that first of all, we enjoy a really great relationship with right now it's over 200 utilities that we do business with, and the benefits are widespread and they're different amongst our customer base. But primarily, I think what our customers enjoy most about VertexOne is really having a complete and comprehensive in-hand SaaS solution. And when I talk about in-hand SaaS solution, it's just not in hosting in the cloud. It's all those things that you would expect from a solution provider over, post going into production years. So it's, partnering with them, or not partnering with them, but enabling them to take annual upgrades and being most current on a current release. It's about really taking care of all their security concerns around the solution. So you're doing the best you can do to prevent any type of intrusion or any type of compromise in customer data, which we both know is really, really sensitive in our industry. Sure. It's also providing a very high level and contractually committed service level to our customers who are expecting, let's face it, CIS and billing systems are really, the heartbeat of a utility. And it's the cash register, and that cash register bills every day. And so to be able to step up and really not only agree to service levels, but adhere to those service levels consistently is really important and a benefit to our customer. And making sure that we're able to be nimble enough, like I talked about a few minutes ago, we're nimble enough to be able to change course for them when they need to adapt to other technologies. So I think those are the biggest value drivers for our solution, outside of the normal ones that you see, whether it's reduced, call time for a CSR or call resolution or bill dispute resolution. Those are kind of table stakes, right? The other things are the enablement of other technologies is really important for us and our customers.
Great. I tell you, as I read the different press releases and the journals out there, you guys have had a lot of success in the recent few months or years, for sure. Congratulations on that. But is there one specific recent customer success that you might want to highlight for us?
Well, certainly, last year we had a great growth year. I think we had achieved over 30% growth over the year, wow. which was a great testament to the company and our customers given the fact that we're in a pandemic, right? But I think if you were to ask anybody at VertexOne what was like a really great achievement last year, other than new customer acquisition, we acquired the WaterSmart solution late or midway through the year. But I think if you were to ask anybody in our company what was like a really great achievement, and that was bringing one of our customers, Pinellas County, live with an S4 HANA upgrade in an enhanced SaaS environment in about a 7-month period. And we executed about the last third of that in a virtual environment because of the pandemic. So we went from having a team on site, working with their team face to face, hand to hand, to then having to leave site, go remote, and bring them live on time and on budget. So I think in a 7-month period, which is, as you know, in a CIS implementation is pretty aggressive to say the least, but still a pretty handsome achievement.
I was going to ask you, you meant 17 months, right? But it's really 7?
No, it's really 7.
That's amazing. That's a huge achievement for you guys, or anybody for that matter, doing any kind of customer system. That's pretty great.
Thank you.
Really, I'm sure your customers are very excited to have that kind of fast, implementation upgrade to get business value sooner rather than later. So congratulations on that.
Well, just to add to that, it also, it's not all about VertexOne, right? It's also about the commitment of the customer and their commitment to that achievement. So really, when I talk about VertexOne and our approach and our teaming approach, it is also with the customer. We have really close relationships with our customers, and we grind as hard as they grind.
I guess I am lucky to know a lot of people at your company, and I know you guys just aren't a one pony solution. You've got lots of different software applications and service you provide to your clients. So any comments about new things? I know you acquired that company that does the digital customer self-service. Any other things you want to add about your overall platform?
Well, sure. We're always looking to expand. I think that what you'll find is that we have 2 products, VertexOne Enterprise, which is built on top of SAP, and then we have our own intellectual property, which is VertexOne Essentials. And both of those really create an ecosystem in which we also integrate our other products and partner products through. So digital customer engagement is a really advanced technology that helps connect the utilities to their customers with the goal of always getting closer to the customer, which is in this day and age really important. We also offer a mobile workforce through our partners, and also like you mentioned, we acquired WaterSmart, which we're expanding to gas and electric. So those are some, a few exciting things that are going on with VertexOne, certainly, but certainly there's a lot of activity at our company.
Ed, it sounds like you're a busy guy with all the things you guys got going on. Well, let's ask a couple more questions here, and really appreciate your time again today. I guess, we've had an interesting year, kids not been in school, what a mess we've had, and it looks like we're getting out of this thing slowly, but what advice might you offer young people that want to get into, technology and do something like you guys do?
Well, fortunately, Rick, I have 3 young people in my family. So I have 3 sons, and
oh, wow.
And I think that, I would offer for anybody, whether you want to get into technology or you want to, or you may want to, fly a plane somewhere. I think that, what I would tell them is, A, find your passion. Find something that you're really passionate about. And then once you find that passion, be the best at what interests you. Find ways to be the best at what interests you. And then find a really good role model. Make sure that, you've got someone that can look up to you, that you can look up to, and find some guidance along the way. And then finally, I think it's really important to always find opportunities that are constantly going to challenge you. And challenge you where you can learn as much as you can, as fast as you can. And then finally, be patient. And in that patience and in that journey, really continue to persevere. So I think those are, they're kind of the highlights of what I would tell my son if and when he asks.
As we wrap up here, for our viewers, if there's one thing they should know about VertexOne and your organization, what would you want them to take away from our interview here?
Yeah, well, the one thing, there are several, quite
No
frankly.
pressure, no pressure.
No pressure. I mean, I think like we've talked about it, but I think what's really important is really our unwavering commitment to our customers is really the primary, the primary thing I would ask people to remember about us. I mean, our commitments to our customers. We understand that our customers have commitments to their board, to their utility commission, to their management team, and most importantly, their customers. And we really take those commitments very seriously at VertexOne. We understand them and want to execute against what their goals and objectives are. I think our company culture of holding ourselves and each other to a really high standard is something to think about. And then, our commitment to getting our customers to production as soon as we possibly can is another thing that is really important. So I know that wasn't one, it was four, but those are the four things I'd like people to think about when they think about VertexOne.
Well, those were a great four. Ed, let me ask you this. We've had a tough, 12, 14 months now, 18 months. It's been a tough one, but is there anything that you see in the utility industry and the technology side that's becoming a new emerging technology or an emerging trend utilities are adopting faster?
Well, Rick, I think that I wouldn't call it like a emerging technology because it has been around a while. But what we're seeing is that, especially in the water utilities, and we're starting to see more and more in the gas utilities, with their movement and deployment of advanced metering infrastructure, there's also a need, along with that movement, to upgrade and relook at, how they enable their billing systems and their CIS. So we're seeing a lot of activity because there's a change in one technology. It's really kind of forcing a change in another technology. And when it comes to the meter to cash continuum, it's really kind of interrelated. It's not one and the other. It's one together with the other. And so we're seeing a lot of activity around both. And we believe VertexOne is in a really good position to be right in the middle of that meter to cash continuum.
Well, you certainly have the experience to help clients with that. So that's going to be an interesting thing to evolve. So more adoption, I guess, not a new technology. But
that's correct.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate the time today, and enjoy the summit this year, and hope to see you in person next year.
I look forward to it. And thank you, Rick, for your time.
Thank you.